What you had to do in those days to become a real quartet was to get a review from New York, because European managers, particularly London, had their noses up a little bit in the air. We're not going to hire you here in London unless you can show us that you've gotten a great review from New York. Let's say Carnegie Recital Hall. You paid the manager, and he paid out of your money the ushers and printed the programs and took the advertising, the signs, and whatever newspaper advertising you could afford. And you put yourself on in the hope you'd get a review. But then it occurred to us, suppose a reviewer doesn't come. Or God forbid, suppose a reviewer comes and doesn't say anything really great about you. You've wasted all that money and all that effort. And so we thought, well, we want to play all year long. Maybe 6 concerts would be good. And we figured out a repertoire that would be appropriate to kind of try to shake up New York a little bit. That would have been all the Opus 18 quartets of Beethoven, the 6 quartets of Bartók, and the 4 quartets of Schoenberg, and the infamous string trio. That's what we wanted to play. So we went to New York. I took Charlie along for moral support. To beard the lion in his den, the lion was Julian Bloom, the head of Carnegie Hall. So we got an appointment somehow with Julius, went in there, and it was, of course, deemed my job to talk Julius into something. So I was totally confident in my abilities, apart from playing the viola, to convince people of whatever I was trying to do. So I did my thing for about an hour, as I remember it, with Julius. We had all our materials of everything we had done so far, which is okay, not world-beating yet, but enough to impress him a little bit. So after about an hour, we took a breather, a little break, and he said, well, you guys have been working hard. I admire you. Wish you all the best. Oh, by the way, you said your name was Brenand? That was Charlie's last name. And Charlie said, yes. He said, did your family live in Newark, New Jersey? Charlie said, yeah, my dad moved to Newark because it was the only ugly city that he could find, like Leeds and Manchester, where he came from in England. Did your father teach music there? And Charlie said, yes, my father taught cello there. He said, your father taught cello. He gave me cello lessons for nothing in Newark, New Jersey in 19, whatever would have been appropriate. You guys have a series. I'm giving you 6 concerts paid for by Carnegie Hall. Carte blanche. You got the hall. You got all the publicity you could possibly want. We'll do everything. You're on. Talk about a seminal moment, an important step. In other words, all winter long, the signs were in front of Carnegie Hall. Philadelphia Quartet, Schoenberg, Bartók, Beethoven cycle. That put us on the map. All the big critics came because of the nature of the programs, and they wrote really well about us. And then Julius said, well, that's not enough, guys. I want you to come back a year from now. I have an idea for an all-contemporary series, playing music of 4 different countries. So we dreamed up another series. Those 2 series made us as a quartet. Our contemporary series was pretty interesting. Julius helped us choose countries that he had some care for some reason. Norway, Hungary, Poland, and Holland. So we made the programs to be 1 standard composer, standard being in Hungary maybe, Kodály or Bartók, and then 1 very avant-garde guy, and 1 sort of in between. We started receiving scores from those countries, from the embassies, through Julius. And I remember sitting in the studio with a 3-foot-high stack of scores, which we would have in the middle of the quartet and pick one, play for 5 minutes, and decide, we don't want to play this thing. Well, this is promising. Toss one aside. There was a throwaway pile, and a possible pile, and a for sure pile. And we gave that series.